back here at the 1912 farm out in Carsland. We're excited to be here. Invited out again by the homeowner. He's been gracious enough to let us get back out here and find some more relics. We're excited to see what we can find. Follow us on our journey, recovered relics, and yeah, let's go find some good stuff.
Just kind of out here doing some archaeological digging. Well, maybe not archaeological, but you know what I mean. The metal detectors. Bit of a hill there, grassy knoll you might say. Out here in the Alberta prairies.
Just showing a little bit of the landscape here. Just getting a scope of what we're doing today. Right down in here there's supposedly an old Mercantile Shop. We know that because we've pulled stuff out before. But we're going to work up kind of onto this knoll that's here, and then we're going to work along the side of this area, this field, and then work our way back. Just see what was left maybe down in the away from the building. So let's see what we got. Well, my first hole of the day brings up about a 65 on the AT Pro. As you see, it is a bullet, just a 22, unspent though, dropped. So anyway, it's kind of neat. You don't usually find unspent bullets, but there you go.
Well, we're at the first hole of the day. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot in here as far as metal. I believe we just got maybe a bit of a dump. We got some old pottery, some old glass, and a little bit of trash as well. Well, we might explore a little further, see what happens.
Such a neat old windmill there. The owners even have it tattooed on their forearms, generationally, I should say. Just neat. What a monument to hard work, sacrifice.
Digging another hole here on the old farm. Something that you're going to see quite often in an area like this. Just basically, it's a 22 shell. But you don't know until you dig.
So Grey Wolf and I are just standing here admiring what just came out of the ground. I thought I should live dig this, but I didn't. Oh man, I don't know if you can see that very well, but okay, there you go. A spoon bowl, and it's big. Similar to the one we found before on the Cowboy Trail. I haven't found the rest of it, but that is really cool. That's got a date pretty far back. It's not made of precious metal that I can tell. No, it's just rusted. Anyway, nonetheless, really cool. Trying to get that out of the shadows to show you better, but oh well, we'll see it better in the wrap up. But that is neat. Let's find the rest of it.
All right, well, we haven't had any real good targets. I'm not saying that this is any different. We did find just a piece of scrap metal, maybe a piece of a metal handle of some sort, or just well, it's hard to say what it is. Just kind of a piece of scrap, but that's what this is all about. You don't find something good until you dig up a few crappy items.
Well guys, a lot of time I spent on this big old hole here, as you see, chasing this target. I don't know why I couldn't really pinpoint it very well, but usually you just get the casings to the bullets, never the bullets or an unspent one. But I just found another bullet, and it looks in good shape. Anyway, on to the next.
Had another pretty good signal, ringing up pretty good. I thought we'd dig a hole, see what we find. Probably dug further than I needed to, but in the hole was this old tin, maybe aluminum tag. I don't believe it's anything too old. It does have some writing on it. Things to remember. Hard to say what that is referencing. Maybe it was a gift box, or who knows. We'll do some research on this later.
Today is the day of the bullets. Yay!
Well, this one was ringing up pretty good, but wasn't really anything special. Seem to be finding a lot of these old shell casing, mostly from 22s, but this is definitely a higher caliber than that. Must have been shooting some Sasquatch or deer or something, as opposed to gophers.
Oh, let's see. Another bullet cartridge. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that well. It's hard for me to see in the light here. I'll try to get in there now. That's not going to probably work too well. Anyway, it does say HCO 44-40 on it. I think that's what it says. I'm not very knowledgeable in these things. Comment if you are, and what we're dealing with here for maybe age or whatever it is. Yeah, so on to the next.
I had another good signal. Sometimes you dig a hole, but you really find out that you didn't have to. Sitting more or less right on top. Just a piece of leather with an old buckle on it. Probably not really that old. Not sure what it's from. Come apart there. But still kind of cool to find out here in the middle of nowhere.
Well, guys, as I've said in the past, the round iron that I see right here, big fat washer of some sort or spacer, sounds amazing. These sound just like a coin or jewelry. You gotta dig them. Who knows what that was used for? Wow. Go. Next. Well, see if I can get that into focus here. There we go. I do see that this is an old, it says London that way, and Ellie at the top. I think that's how you say it. Number 12, shotgun shell, paper cartridge. It's got some age. It's probably turn of the century. Anyway, cool stuff. On to the next. So, just dug this out of the ground. That's so cool. An old clamp, clasp, just goes like this. Still works. Look at that. Craziness. I don't know what that would be used for, but it's just iron. Ring up kind of cool because it is the shape of a circle. But yeah, neat. On to the next. So some of you might remember the last time we were here, we pulled one of these out of the ground. I just found it broken. It's an adornment for, I believe it was a rain guide or on a car, a wagon. It would just clip around the leather. It's broken at the top where it would clip. And maybe they just sold a lot of these here. I'm not sure. At this Mercantile Shop, we're kind of searching around. That's where we're at currently. It's the Mercantile Shop on this 1912 property, and just hoping that more comes out of the ground that we can identify. On to the next. Look at that. I don't know what it exactly is. 63 on the button on the AT Pro. I'll peel back. I'm not entirely sure if that's like some sort of a fastening device or if that was a shell case that blew up. I don't know. It's pretty fascinating though. I'll have to do a little more research on that to see what that is. On to the next.
So we got a nice little target here. It's rigging up pretty good. We dug the hole, not too deep. Was able to isolate the target. This is what we came up with. Basically, it's a bullet. Not the shell, but the actual bullet. Looks like it hit something and is mushroomed. Hard to say what they were shooting at. Don't think it went through a gopher or anything, coming out like that. Probably hit something hard though. Not too far from the grassy knoll, if you know what I'm talking about.
Hi guys, just found something not so exciting, but does show some age. Just a 1966 penny. Does show some hope for this area a little bit. So we're gonna continue to plug away. Okay guys, as you see, I have in my hands a suspender clip. It says President. Isn't that cool? Just grabbed that out of the ground. It was a 62 on the AT Pro. Anyway, very cool. On to the next.
Digging another hole. Huh. Actually, this one turned out to be kind of interesting. Definitely part of an old spoon or ladle, I would say part of an old ladle. Not too sure how old it is. Hard to tell what kind of metal it is. Nothing fancy, I don't think, but definitely an old cooking ladle, I would say. Glad I kind of took the time to dig this one out. It's kind of
cool. Hey guys, just out in the garage. Gonna do a little wrap up for you. You probably see down in the corner that get a little bit of a nice haul. We were back at that 1912 farm, and we were really excited to be there again. Thanks to the owner to allow us out there again. Grey Wolf and I just had a great time. Did a little bit of exploration, so we missed probably the honey spot, but we still got into some good things. I hope you enjoy it. Here comes the wrap up. All right, guys. Here's the wrap up. Just want to show you what we found. Here's our trash pile. As per usual, take your trash with you guys. When you grab it out of the ground, you don't rebury it. Take it with you. It's good etiquette. You need to do that. It's just what metal detectors do. Nonetheless, let's get on to the rest of what we found. Some interesting things. I just want to go through them with you. Just got this little doodad here. Nothing too exciting. I just thought it was an interesting shape. It's pretty modern, to be honest, but it gave a screaming signal. Nonetheless, kept it. Kind of neat. We got this big old washer. My goodness, guys, look at that. It is so thick. I asked the farmer, I said, well, what would that be too? And he wasn't even sure. But man, that is a thick washer, and it's heavy. Again, really great signal. Round iron. Got a little pan head screw. Big shoulder on it. Don't know what that was too. I just thought it showed some age. That's the only reason why I kept it. Maybe 1950s, something like that. Horse tack. Pretty modern. Obviously, the leather hasn't given way yet. Grey Wolf found this. Man, I got an awful yank. Look at that. Bent that all to pieces. That's why it was left in the ground. But still cool to find. Let's go over this way. Some of you would notice what this is. The last time we were at this 1912 farm, we found this. Yes, it's the same thing. Convex in nature. As you see, it was an adornment. It also would go on horse tack of some sort. And it was fairly inexpensive since it's iron. I just thought, you know what? We found it before. That's really cool that we found it again. There it is. Let's move on this way. I was thinking, oh my goodness, that looks like a shoe buckle. Grey Wolf pulled this out of the ground. Man, was I excited. Look at that. So cool. But it's not. Probably just to a lid of some sort. This was neat. Great signal again. Just a clamp. But it still works, guys. Look at that. Still works. Who knows how long it's been in there for? Probably 1940s, 50s, 60s, somewhere in there. I just thought it was neat. When you pull stuff out of the ground, you expect it to be broken. This still works. Very cool. A lid. Could have went to anything. There's nothing of any writing on there, unfortunately. I believe that was Grey Wolf as well. I don't know. We'll wait for that one. In the 1960s, 50s, 70s, I remember even into the 80s that we had glass fuses. That's what remains of this one. I just wanted to show you because some of you won't even recognize that that's a fuse, but that was. 1966 penny. Nothing extremely cool about it. That's cool too. Just gonna wait on that one. Yeah. Ammunition, guys. Lots of bullets, lots of shells. So, this is what the day comprised mostly of when we were doing our exploration. It is a farm. You do expect it. This one's probably the coolest one. I think it's called Ellie, London, and I believe it's turn of the century. It is number 12 gauge shell, paper cartridge. It is of some age. Pretty neat. These, they have a 4440 at the bottom. I don't know if we can see that very well. Oh, there. Might show up just a little bit. 4440 at the bottom. DCO, maybe? Dominion Company, I believe it is. Canada. Nonetheless, looks like that is really short. Guys, do you think that might be out of a pistol? I don't know. It's kind of a big round to be out of a pistol. But found two of those. Some bullets. I believe Grey Wolf found this one. Has some age. Of the coolest, those are 22 rounds, by the way. Is this one? It is still complete, guys, which is so cool. I think that's really neat. Obviously dropped. Where to go? Where to go? Where to go? Let's go here. Grey Wolf found this. This might be the find of the day, to be honest. Do you see what it says at the top there? Things to remember. And down in the left-hand corner, it has little flowers, it looks like. What would this have gone on? It's just a little plate. It's either tin or it's aluminum. I would suspect aluminum. The date of it, who knows? Was this off of an old jewelry box? Maybe the Mercantile Shop was selling jewelry boxes or trading those. Who knows? So cool, though. Really neat. Comment below if you recognize this, by the way. We would love to know. On to something else. Let's go here. Iron spoon bowl. Looks very familiar. Looks just like what we would have found on the cowboy trail. I'm just interested to find out the age. I think the age of this might be as early as the 1900s, early 1900s, maybe 1910. Who knows? It's just so cool. This is the second one we found, as we found one on the cowboy trail before. But nonetheless, so neat. We also have this, which I think this is fabulous. Look at this, guys. A spoon ladle. Wow. Grey Wolf found this. It does look like there is some sort of writing. I'm going to try to get that close. Maybe it's on the backside. Yeah, it's on the backside. There it is. I can't really get it to focus in. If we do find out a maker's mark there, we'll let you know. But the best guess is to say this is between 1880 and 1920 or 30. But who knows? So neat. Such an awesome find. What a relic. And then this, guys. This little beauty. President on that side. Shirley Make on this side. In great shape. This, we did get a definitive date between 1900 and 1930. So, again, was the Mercantile Shop that we were metal detecting beside, was this one of the items you could buy, suspender clip, or not? Such a neat find in such good shape. I'm very excited to find this. Nonetheless, guys, that concludes the wrap-up. And most likely this season's time at the 1912 farm. And we're just so blessed to be able to go out and do this. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, comment. We're just excited to have you along for the ride. Recovered Relics. Peace out.